article goes about self-driving cars because people are afraid of self-driving cars because they think self-driving cars aren't good enough to be on the road yet. But I think self-driving cars are the future and have to be promoted so there be more cars on the road that can drive themselves. Because self-driving cars now maybe not the safest, but in the future they will be safer than humans. Because when you sneeze, you take your eyes off the road for about a second, and a self-driving car doesn't sneeze.
Well, for now they will be more dangerous than a normal cars, I think, because people that are driving their own car, they won't be able to read the other cars, like what they would do, even though they have the lights and stuff. But some cars are so when they read other people, like what they're gonna do, and I think that the self-driving cars may be unpredictable because they know exactly what they're gonna do and they can do it instantly instead of slowly turning into it. And I think for now that may be a little bit more dangerous, but in a couple of years, maybe 10 years or so, then it will be the future, and yeah, everybody would have its own.
Yeah, what I think is that when we only have, almost only have self-driving cars, it would be way safer, way faster, and way better. That's for sure, because humans can fail, and a computer, if it's right built, it won't fail. So that's something better than human, but for humans, they are still unpredictable. So it's hard to know what they're going to do, and for now, if it's more dangerous than only human on the road, I think we shouldn't put them on the road. We just on test like locations where they can test the cars, they can go and develop, but they shouldn't put them on the road because it's way too dangerous, and we shouldn't play with lives for testing cars.
Well, how would you suggest doing it then? Because
you can make test locations where you drive other people. It's like you can make a big drive course and test them.
Yeah, but nobody can. For a lot of people, can't afford a self-driving car because it will be much more expensive than a normal car, and everybody has to just instantly switch to a self-driving car if that's what you're suggesting. Because otherwise there'll be partially human cars, partially self-driving cars.
I think even if they're partially human and partially self-driving, it's still safer to have that part self-driving, because self-driving cars can scan the distance between the car and the car in front of it and the car behind of it and stay exactly in the middle and brake on exactly the same time as the car in front of it, and maybe let go of the brakes a little bit if the car behind of it comes too close.
I don't think self-driving cars are going to be safe at all, because a computer can fail. And if a computer fails, and we all have self-driving cars, that's just going to go wrong. And also, if you put self-driving cars on the road now, what if there's an accident? What if someone has to get on their brakes so fast that the car can't scan it? They'll just crash on top of it. And the other car in the back is also going to crash on top of the car.
That's exactly the same with humans, because humans have a slower scan rate than the computer.
I know, but
so
the computer can fail.
And still in a self-driving car, a human can... In a self-driving car, still a human can step on the brake himself and can turn the steering wheel himself, and it will still react on the car.
Yeah.
So the self-driving cars, are on the way right now on the road, are safer than human driving a car.
What I think is that it's proven. I can show you an article, but I know that it's proven that self-driving cars make less mistakes than humans. That's proven. They make way less mistakes.
Yes,
the biggest problem is that a self-driving car between human is way dangerous, because human won't know what it's going to do, and same goes from the same self-driving car to human. It's like together on the same road, it's not safe, but only human or only self-driving cars is way safer. So I think we should develop self-driving cars until we can make them so cheap and so almost perfect that we know they won't fail and they are payable for more humans.
Yeah, affordable for everyone.
Okay, so I would like to touch on a few things. First off, you was talking about how the computer could potentially fail. Well, I think once we really switch over to like self-driving cars on the road, we won't have any problems with that because there are going to be strict regulations and
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
going to be really like the developers of the
Yeah.
cars won't get away by having like computer failures or something. So
sure.
I don't think that's going to happen.
And all the self-driving cars that are on the road right now are connected to Wi-Fi, so they're updating every second. If they're checking every second if there is an update to be better.
And then secondly, I think the self-driving cars will be much safer once the majority of people has them, because then they will be able to drive synchronously and
react to each other,
exactly.
right?
communicate with each other. But now that there are like
There are lots of
lots of human cars, and then you have a couple of those self-driving ones, they won't really work well together, I think.
I think when they get popular, there should be separate roads, one for human and one separate lane for the self-driving cars. And the self-driving cars can drive up to 200 kilometers per hour,
Yeah.
while the human cars can still 120.